Welcome to the Pet Buzz, Daphne.
Thank you for having me.
What was your inspiration for starting Hunter's Healthy Treats?
Hunter was my inspiration. I took my kids to the mall to give them something to do back in 2000, and we went into the pet store, looked at all the dogs, cats, little animals that they had, and they kept bugging me. Hey, can we get a dog? Can we get a dog? Well, I looked at all the dogs in the cages and I was like, okay, as long as the dog is all black, male German Shepherd, we'll get a dog, because I knew they didn't have one. So we went and asked the sales representative, and sure enough, they had one. He was in the cage sleeping behind another dog. So it was a Siberian Husky, which is big and fluffy. They were both laying down and I never saw them. So we walked out of the store with Hunter.
Daphne, so many people out there, especially now, especially with, 2 years in the pandemic and money being tight and just everything's kind of haphazard and just wild. They want to start their own company. And was it really difficult at the time to just get motivated to figure out how you were going to do it and what you were going to do?
Well, that was the easy part. The hard part was working capital and business credit, because in order to get machinery to help me, you need to have business credit. So that was probably the toughest thing for me to do. I mean, I was working a full-time job at the time, so I had income. It was just trying to, get the income to build the business.
So you're working full time, you've got 3 kids, and you're trying to bake on the side. I mean, Were you out showing your treats in, the mall store that you got Hunter from? Were you running around town trying to get people to buy these treats?
In Frankenmuth, they have a dog bowl. That was my first big show. It was a 2-day show, and sold a whole bunch of treats there. And then that was in May. In November, I went to the Novi Pet Expo and actually sold out of everything I brought with me. So that was like one of the biggest boosts to get my name out there. And that's when I actually got my first store order. I went to one of the store owners that had a booth there and they took me on. So that was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, and I'm sure the kids love to work in the business too, right?
They do help. Yes, a lot.
Because there's so many treats out there, right? So
Yes.
Why are your treats so healthy?
Well, I did a lot of research and I only put ingredients that are beneficial for the dog. There's no fillers, no artificial ingredients or preservatives. Everything in there is healthy for them, and it's all human grade ingredients. My family and I actually eat the treats as snacks ourselves. So
okay, so there's no soy, no wheat, and no preservatives, right?
Right.
And I would assume based on that, they're really good for dogs that have allergies, correct?
Yes, because corn, wheat, and soy are allergens for most dogs. So I went with the oats because it's a different type of protein. It's technically a gluten-free product. So that's why I went with the oats. And I've had horses and dogs with allergies actually eat them without any issues.
These treats are also good for, I think they call it megaesophagus. Tell us what megaesophagus is and why your treats are so good for this condition.
So megaesophagus is when the esophagus is enlarged in the dog and it's difficult for them to swallow their food. The muscles aren't working properly and it doesn't put the food into their stomach. So sadly, they have to sit in an upright chair, which is called a Bailey chair, and sit there for 30 minutes after eating just to let gravity do its thing. And then I had a customer contact me and say, I was so sad because I couldn't let my dog have treats. And then somebody gave me some of your treats and they were the peanut butter treats and he was able to eat them without any problem. So I'm so excited that I can give my dog treats now. So that's the only reason I found out that the peanut butter treats were good for dogs with megaesophagus, because somebody who was with the dog was able to let me know.
Now, is it just the peanut butter treats or all the treats in general?
Well, the peanut butter treats are the softest. The sweet potato and the pumpkin, they go through a dehydration process just because they're so moist. They're still soft, but the peanut butter is the softest of the three.
You have treats in different sizes. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I first started out making the medium size treats. And I had a lot of people telling me that, oh, that's too big for my dog, or that's too small. I have a big dog, they won't eat that. So I decided, all right, to meet the needs of all dogs involved, I came out with a small size, and kept the medium, and then a large heart, so that way everybody would be able to get some.
I know that you offer dog training treats, yes?
Yes, I do, in all 3 flavors.
Are they really small? Like, talk about the dog training treats.
So the training treats are a smaller treat. They're the perfect size, actually, because they're small enough where they're getting the flavor of the treat, but it's going down quickly, so you can get on to the next command for them. And they taste very good from experience, because we eat them. There's 3 flavors: the peanut butter, which, by the way, does not have the hydrogenated oil, salt, or sugar in it. Tastes just like a peanut butter cookie. We have sweet potato, which tastes just like a sweet potato. And then the pumpkin, we add cinnamon to it, so it's kind of like a pumpkin pie. So the dogs seem to really like the flavors, and they're eager to get on to the next command so they can get the next treat.
What on-trend products do you offer? Because there's so many things that are happening, every 6 months. You got to keep up and know what the trends are. So what's your on-trend product?
We offer crumb topping, which is, yes, it's awesome. It's the treats that are in crumb form, so they're still getting the same healthy, tasty crumbs. It's for dogs that are finicky when they go to eat their food. You just need to add a little extra, or they're great for elderly dogs that are sick, or if you just want to put some on their ice cream, or if you give them yogurt, it's a great little addition to that as well.
Will you ever make a bacon treat? Because as you know, everything tastes better with bacon. I know some people think it's cheese, but you know what? I mean, they make bacon ice cream that, bacon's always good.
I've never had bacon ice cream, but I do love bacon. So I have to agree with you. Everything is better with bacon. So as far as that goes, I don't know if I'm going to do a bacon treat. I will definitely kick it around.
Are we going to see some new tasty flavors coming up soon?
Well, I just came out with the sweet potato, so I've got to figure out what the next flavor profile will be from here. But I am open to suggestions. So the bacon for sure.
I really appreciate you joining us today. I mean, I got to tell you, it's Valentine's Day weekend coming up. You got to get some pets, your fur kids, some of Hunter's healthy treats. And the great thing is they're heart-shaped, right?
Yes, they are.
See, it's all about the love.
That's right. They're made from the heart.
Give us your website before you go.
HuntersHealthyTreats.com.